Friends, it is often very necessary to recognize that there are certain spaces where the debacles happen, and admitting it and learning from the mistakes is the way to go. What I am referring is that the recent, the maiden launch, the first launch of the small satellite launch vehicle, that is SSLV, which was properly launched, and it completed its three phases. The three phases are required to launch the satellites, the micro satellites, into Earth's orbit by SSLV, the small satellite launch vehicle. However, the satellites, the Earth observation satellite EOS 02 and 8 kilogram nano satellite Azadi Sat were lost. The 135 kilogram Earth observation satellite EOS 02 and 8 kilogram Azadi Sat were lost. Somanathan, the chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization, has acknowledged that this has happened. But the 164 crores worth of project of making the small satellite launch vehicle attracted many foreign space agencies. That is, US had placed an order of launching its small satellites through India's SSLV. The SSLV is developed by the New Space India Limited, the commercial arm of the Indian Space Research Organization. The New Space India Limited makes the launch vehicles, that is the rocket. This rocket is 2 meters in diameter and 35 meters long, and it uses solid fuel. The solid propellant. The New Space India Limited is the commercial arm of ISRO and is making this very low budget small satellite launch vehicle in a short span of 72 hours. It is used for launching satellites up to 500 kilograms of weight. Up to 1000 kilograms of weight can be launched using the erstwhile Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Earlier, small satellites up to 500 kilograms used to be launched through Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, which is an overkill. Therefore, the small satellite launch vehicle, which launches small satellites up to 500 kilograms in weight, that is half a ton of weight, is the new chart, is the new charting of history by India. This is economical. Earlier, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV, which was liquid propellant, that is, liquid fuel was needed for its propulsion, used to take 70 days for integration. That is, the rocket used to be integrated for 70 days when compared to Now the small satellite launch vehicle takes only 72 hours. So lower turnaround time is a great achievement. It's a great achievement, my dear friends. However, the present satellites, what happened was that although the rocket was properly propelled and the three stages of it was completed, the satellites, the Earth observation satellite EOS-02 and the 8 kilograms nano satellite Azadi Sat could not be put into the 356 kilometers distance circular orbit. Instead, it was launched in the elliptical orbit. The elliptical orbit, unlike the circular orbit, has the axis, that is, the one end of it is short and one end is the larger one. So the short axis, in the short axis, when the satellite were launched, it reached up to only 72 kilometers in height. In 72 kilometers in height from the Earth's surface, the atmospheric pressure is so high that it will blaze the satellite and destroy it, and it will fall into the earth. So the elliptical orbit, the short axis, the requirement for launching the satellite and putting into the orbit was not achieved because it reached up to only 72 kilometers and then lost. This is the reason. Had it been completed in the orbit of the circular orbit around the earth, that is 326 kilometers, 356 kilometers away from earth, it would not have been a failure. Now the satellites are lost, and very sorry to say, we have to learn from the mistakes and move on. That is the only way.